Alright, Shalom. Before I begin this video, all praise, honor, and glory goes into Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem HaKakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, as well as the sincere salutations to the elder bishops, along with you brothers laboring, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem HaKakwadash. Alright, you brothers, man. As you know, okay, the CHIP is on its way, and this video is entitled "They Been Done Told Y'all." A CHIP is coming. All right, so this is from 5 years ago. NBC News, just talking about the CHIP in the ham. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 7. Rest in the Lord. All right, so these scriptures comfort us. These scriptures, this is what we have to lean upon. All right, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. All right, so that's why we're, studying, praying, fasting, prophesying, watching the videos. All right, fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his ways. Yeah, so just because Esau Edom think he doing something, he's not doing nothing. All right, just because it appears, that he's just going to sail off into the sunset, he not sailing off. All right. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. All right, this is part of some of them wicked devices, which we know that devices can be physical. And, he also has his mental devices. This nigga coming up with psyops, schemes. All right, yeah, we're going to tie it to the physical. The MOTB is a physical mark. It is the NFC C-hip, the RFID micro C-hip. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play. It's only 2 minutes.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID, and he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah. Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all on chip, so I use it to get around the building.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Barakatha Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, it's all on chip, so I use it to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip, and it will log me in, and from there I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic, and you're good to go.
Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards,
which have made cash pretty much obsolete in Sweden.
No cash.
At this tech fair, a chipping event for those on the cutting edge, merging their hands with this new technology.
I thought it would be fun, right?
The process is simple and swift. A pinch of the skin, and in a matter of seconds, the chip is inserted. The transformation is complete. As for the pain,
I barely felt it.
But even in this nation of early adopters, not everyone.
And I don't know if that was in Sweden or in America, but shit, okay. Get your ass chipped here in America, oh, you're going to feel pain. You're going to feel pain. All right, you're going to feel them missiles. Those who take the MOTB, all right, if you're an Israelite here in America and you take the MOTB, you're going to be destroyed along with everybody else. Only the elect of the nation of Israel is going to make it out of Babylon the Great, aka America, by way of that salvation chariot. All right, because the whole world, once they make the chip mandatory, everybody outside of the elect is going to get the chip. So if we got to be beheaded, so be it, for the testimony of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And part of that testimony is what? Not taking the sea hill. Right? Now we done dealt with, dealing with, bullshit at the job, dealing with, bullshit, here, there, yet when you walk into work and they tell you, hey, you can't, get on the computer, you can't, log in, clock in, whatever, until you get to see it. See, that's when we gonna know that we done. We not gonna be part of that society that's, taking, that's taking the sea hip. We're not gonna be a part of that, Lord's will. The Lord has put a spirit on his elect to resist the sea hip. Lord's will we be of the elect, to resist the sea hip. And all the different lies that's going to come. See, there's going to be a whole bunch of lies coming with the sea hip. Just like the juicy juice. All right, this nigga E was coming with all sorts of lies and, all these grand schemes and different things like that. And best believe he going to come with that same trickery when it comes to the sea hip. I'm going to play the rest of this.
Is racing to get chipped.
Feel less human. I will feel like a robot. It's so much more data can go into this, and it's in your body.
There's no central registry tracking how many people are chipped, but biohacker Hannah's Wellblood estimates between 5,000 and 10,000.
In the future, do you think everyone is going to be chipped?
I think it will be voluntary, but I am certainly convinced that millions of people will find it very, very valuable to have a smart device under their skin.
Human.
He don't know shit. He's talking about it's gonna be it's gonna be voluntary. Nigga, who are you? That's another thing. These people think they in control. No, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is in control. That's why, going back to Psalms 37:7, rest in the Lord. The things that the Lord is doing is beyond our comprehension. Right? The ultimate workings of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yet he shows us everything through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Akakwadash. So we're able to rest in the Lord. We're not worried about, okay, what about, this 20-year plan? What about this? How am I gonna this and that? No, we're not worried about that. Right? We're waiting patiently on him. And different people say different things about the Hebrew Israelites. Oh, y'all wasting y'all time, y'all. Okay, whatever. Shit, because we can see that this is right around the corner. It's already here. Right? Except they're going to switch it from, okay, you can take it if you want to. They're going to switch it from that to no, this is the new wave. This is how you eat. This is how you buy, sell, trade. This is how you interact. And I'm just speaking as a man. I'm just speaking as a man here. You're going to have people who are going to say, okay, unless you got the sea hip, you can't even speak to me. Just like the juicy juice. You had certain people that, okay, if I'm not talking to you unless you got the juicy juice too. So that I know that we on the same page. You have people, and where are they at? They on their 8th, and let me word this right. They get the messing with the page. You know, they on their 6th, 7th booster seat. You know, they drinking the juicy juice in the booster seat. You know, you're gonna have people, and best believe it's not just gonna be one. These people gonna go overboard with it. They finna have, okay, a C hip in one hand, this C hip over here, this one over here is gonna do this. Then they gonna have the one for the forehead. You know, any of those. You take any, if you have any sort of C hip inserted in you, you're gonna be destroyed. It's gonna happen. There's no debating it. It's going to happen. Psalms 37:8, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. So this is a test, you know, and eventually when we're in the time of Jacob's trouble, that's the ultimate test. For evildoers shall be cut off. Right, and if, you know, just segueing into the C hip, if you take the C hip, you're an evildoer. Right, if you're an Israelite. Now, of course, the heathen, it don't matter if the heathen take it, don't take it, it don't matter. But as far as the Israelites, you know, you an evildoer by taking that C hip in, because basically you have fully turned your back on the Lord. You know, right now our people are like, you know, 90% with their back turned. They still got they can't even see the Lord. They can kind of see a little residual light. You know, they turned all the way. You know, when somebody behind you, you know what I'm saying? You can't see them, but you can kind of feel their presence. That's 2/3 of our people. Back completely turned to the Lord. The Lord calling out through his prophets, return back. Israel, return back. You know, repent. Yet our people, they want to wrestle against the scriptures. Right? Here it is. These words are broken down plainly through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua from the elder apostle to on down. Right? It's broken down plain. Right? Yet 2/3 of our people, they're going to oppose this word, and they're going to be sprinting to get the CA. They ain't going to be walking. They ain't going to be jogging. They're going to be sprinting to get the C hip. Just like the Juicy Juice. They said, no, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I'm finna go get this Juicy Juice. Then, you know, a year later, damn, I shouldn't have got that. You know, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to have certain people that are going to take the Juicy Juice, or Salakia, they're going to take the C hip, and they're going to feel so bad about it that they're going to go into they're going to be in a funk. You know, oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, man, you know, I took the C hip, and, you know, people going to be like, oh, well, why are you sad? They're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. You know, when you take that C hip, you're going to feel, you know, 2/3 of Israel, you're going to feel that cold feeling. You know, like you really just got dropped off into the deep end. No return. Right? That's why we warn our people. That's why we warn the Israelites with such, you know, zeal. Because we understand through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua what that means. Once you take that C hip, it's no way to be saved. It's absolutely no way to be saved from our Lord. Nobody who has a C hip is going to be in that salvation chariot. Guaranteed. All right? Revelation 16:1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. And you never know, that could be that could be some sort of disruption. Everybody who got it, they is some sort of frequency that just creates, a boil, it says, and upon them which worship his image. It says, and the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man, and every living soul died in the sea. Woo! Lord, see, and this is something that's actually going to happen. The Lord letting the people have it. At that point, the Lord is going to stop talking through his prophets. He's going to start avenging his elect. See, because part of avenging his elect is jacking up his enemies. All of y'all who are against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're enemies of the Lord. You're going to be treated as enemies of the Lord. It's going to be, all hands on deck with the angels. The angels have their assignment. The angels have their assignment. This angel does this angel does that. In perfection, too. They're going to do it perfectly. All right? Going back up, the noisome and grievous sore. Hey, when it's commanded for that to happen, that the angel ain't going to take, a lunch break or something like that. The angel's going to do exactly what the angel's been told to do. All right? Because that's a direction given, by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, Revelation 16:4, and the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and fountains of waters, and they became blood. And I heard the angel of the waters say, Thou art righteous, O Lord, which art and wast and shall be. So, he is Yahweh, he is, right? And he was. So even before time, so to speak, even before everything, you have the Lord, you have Yahweh. He is, he created everything. He created Yahushai, and Yahushai, created the 144,000 and created everything. All right. It says, and shall be because thou hast judged thus, for they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, all right, Israelites, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. And I heard another out of the altar say, Even so, Lord, power almighty, true and righteous are thy judgments. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of Yahweh, which hath power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. Yeah, so when, throughout all of this, even leading up to the missiles, the 2/3, they still gonna, speak ill of the Lord. The heathen is still gonna speak ill. They gonna, and best believe, you're gonna have certain 2/3 that are gonna be trying to, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's too late. You done took the C hip, you done, bowed the knee, you done fully gave in. All right, it's too late. Hey, everybody knows that that's I won't say a trademark, but Great Millstone was at the tip of the spear when it came to the C hip. When it comes to the prophecy of Revelation 13 and 16, when it comes to the C hip, that's Great Millstone did it first. Right? So you other camps, you better get with it, get with the times, get with the understanding. The CHIP, the micro C hip, that is the MOTB, right? And if you take the MOTB, you will be destroyed here in Babylon the Great, aka America. Right? This place is going to be a smoldering briquette. It's going to be beautiful, man. All right, so with that, Lord's will, you are edified. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, as well as the sincere salutations to you hopeful elect. Akim, keep pushing, keep putting your best foot forward through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. We almost up out of here. We are not even inches, millimeters away. We're watching very closely for the C hip. The C hip is happening any day now. All right, these people out here through, financially through. Hey, brothers, financially through. Right? Yeah, we have a hope. We have Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We have that comfort. Right? We can rest in the Lord through these scriptures. Right? And wait upon the Lord through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, we be of the elect so we can be saved. Okay? While this place, Babylon the Great, gets destroyed. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Barakatha Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Ba'Kakwadash. Once again, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and enough respect you brothers worldwide, teaching the truth. Shalom and a Abba Ball. Shalom.